My name is Lindsay Wasserman. I'm a physical therapist at the Spalding National Running Center, as well as a yoga teacher. And today I'm here to give you a yoga class that's a vinyasa style class that will not only challenge you physically, but will also address some of the common mobility issues I see in runners. So let's get started. All you need is a mat or a space. Take your socks and shoes off. Being barefoot is one of the best things we can do as runners. If you have 2 blocks, that is great. If not, don't worry about it. We can make some adjustments as we go. I'll give you some options. So we'll start today in child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch behind you. Let your knees open up, especially if you have tight hips. Let your arms come forward. Let your forehead connect down to the mat. Close your eyes and breathe. So keep your head down and just take a moment here. Notice your breath. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. As runners, we're constantly on the move. Take a moment to slow down. Acknowledge your breath. Listen to it. Take a breath in, fill up. Big exhale out, let go. Good, take another breath in, fill up. Big open mouth exhale to let go. And I welcome you to continue with this deep breath or to take an ujjayi breath. Take a breath in through your nose, zip your lips together, exhale out through your nose. Take another breath in through your nose, lips sealed together, exhale out through your nose. This ujjayi breath will start to build some heat inside our body. So as we start to move and flow in our practice, this breath will help guide you. If this breath doesn't work for you, take your regular deep inhales and exhales. On your next breath in, I want you to rise to tabletop. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists, stack your hips over your knees, and then we'll take a breath in, drop your belly, gaze forward, come into your cow pose. On your exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Let your head hang heavy, come into your cat pose. And again, inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, round your spine. Good, continue with your breath to movement. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. And as you move through your cat-cow, acknowledge where your spine is at. Acknowledge how your body starts to move. And see with each breath, in and out, you can move just a little further. Breathe into any space you're creating. One more breath in. One more breath out. Now we find our neutral spine. Your head is in line with the rest of your spine. Draw your chin in and then pull your belly into Uddiyana Bandha, that deep belly lock. And then curl your toes under, take a nice breath in. On your exhale, hover your knees 1 inch off the floor. Draw your hands to your knees and knees to your hands isometrically. So feel that core start to fire up. Take another breath in, fill up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then take a generous bend in those knees. We all have tight hamstrings. And let's walk our dog out. Press one heel down, press the other heel down. And feel your toes roll into the ground. Bend through your big toe, bend through your little toes. And be gentle on your hamstrings, especially if this is your first down dog today or in a while. On your next breath in, shift your weight forward into high plank pose. I told you we're gonna do a little bit of work today. Bring your hips down in line with your shoulders. Pull your belly in, so not butt up. And then open your chest, lift through your belly. Draw your chin in. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your knees bend. Press your tailbone to the ceiling. Inhale, high plank pose. Lift, shift forward. Lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, one more. Inhale, pull your belly in as you shift forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now walk your feet to your hands. Bring your big toes to touch. And slowly roll up. Bring your hands to heart center and close your eyes. Take a moment here. With all my practices, I welcome you to set an intention, and that can be whatever brings you to your mat. If nothing comes to mind, I welcome you just to be aware of your body here in space, how your body feels on your left side, how your body feels on your right side. We are our best teachers, so start to learn and explore your body during this next practice. We'll seal this intention or any other intention together. Take a breath in, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. Let go. And then draw your arms down by your side. Pull your shoulder blades back. And then from here, lift all 10 toes up off the ground. So feel those toes lift up. And then just press your big toes down. And then see if you can just press your little toes down, lift your big toes up. And then gently press your big toes down. Spread your feet wide, so take up as much real estate on the floor. Lift your arches. Engage your quadriceps. Pull your belly in. Draw your shoulders down. Stand tall. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up high. And then hold and breathe here. So press down to all four corners of your feet so you feel those feet rooted down. Arches are lifted. Pull up through your low belly and then draw your biceps in by your ears. Inhale. On your exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold. Soften your knees, lower down. Let those knees take a nice bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in your spine. Pull the front of your shoulders back. Pull your belly in. Inhale. Exhale, high plank pose. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank position, nice and strong like we did earlier. And then lower all the way to your belly as one unit. If you need to drop to your knees first, that's okay. Hands pull down by your lower rib cage. Zip your thighs together, pull your belly in. Inhale, baby cobra. Pull your shoulder blades away from the ground. Exhale, lower down. Now curl your toes under. Firm up through your low belly. Inhale, high plank pose. Press up as one unit. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice breath and press up high on those tiptoes. On your exhale, press your heels towards the ground. Let your knees soften. We're going to flow this one breath to one movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Root down into your feet. Rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose, lift up. Exhale, forward fold, back down. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, high plank pose. Plant your hands, step back. Firm up through your belly. Lower down as one unit. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your chest up off the ground. Exhale, lower down. Curl your toes under. Firm up your belly. Inhale, high plank pose. Press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Root down, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe lowering a little deeper. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose. Step back. Now option here to lower to your belly for your baby cobra. Or shift forward, come halfway down, pull those elbows in, and then rise into upward facing dog. For upward facing dog, kneecaps up off the floor, and then press open your chest. Baby cobra is always a great option. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Soften your knees, press your tailbone to the sky. Take a breath in, rise up on those toes. Exhale, press those heels towards the ground. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. So sink back into those hips. Raise your biceps by your ears and breathe here. So I promise we're going to work a little bit. So shift your tailbone back. Notice if those knees are coming forward. Pull them back in space. And then pull your low belly away from your front thighs. Press down into your heels. And then lift those fingertips forward. Get a little lower. Take a breath in. On your exhale, chair plank, reach back. So torso stays the same, but the front of the shoulders peel back. Pull the lower rib cage down, sink a little lower. Breathe here, you got this. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, a little lower. From here, press down into your right big toe. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Float your left leg parallel to the floor. Pull up and in through your low belly. And breathe here. So lift up out of your right hip. Pull that front rib cage down. Pull your shoulders back. And then find a little bit more length. Then inhale. On your exhale, figure four pose. Cross your left over your right. Hands come through heart center. And we start to sink back in a one-legged chair. So again, your foot's over your right leg. Pull your toes towards your knee. Sink a little lower down. As we flow through this, you might start to get deeper. If you're up here, because your hips are tight, totally fine. Work that tailbone back a little bit more. Good. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Unwind your left leg. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. So bend into your front knee. Tap your left leg back. Bring your arms by your side. So I'm looking for a nice straight line from your left foot through the crown of your head like we're in a plank position. Draw your shoulders back. Sink lower in your front leg. Pull your belly in. Inhale, warrior two. Spiral open into warrior two. Maybe widen your stance if you need to. Bend into your right knee. And then use your outer right hip to pull that knee wide. Press down to your left foot. Sink down. So that outer right glute is really important to control that knee. Super important in runners. So use that muscle here. Feel that glute work. Reach your arms out. Inhale. Exhale, extend in side angle. Right hand comes down. Left hand up high to the sky. Open up through your chest. You can lift up towards the sky or take your left arm by your ears. We create this nice long line. From here, continue to bend in your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift up out of your right rib cage. We want to feel some space so you can breathe into those ribs. Take a breath in. On your exhale, spiral down, low lunge. Catch yourself in low lunge. This is where those blocks could be helpful, especially those with tight hips. So use blocks to give you space. If you don't have blocks, tense your fingertips. Press your left knee up towards the sky. Pull your low belly in. Sink a little lower. Start to feel those hips open up. Press down into your left hand. Inhale, simple twist. Float your right hand up high. And breathe here. So we get that rotation in that thoracic spine. Press the left knee straight. Inhale. On your exhale, lower down. And then use the strength of your belly. Step your right foot back into high plank, If you want to keep that right leg elevated, go for it. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press those heels down to the ground. Feel those feet roll through the mat. Maybe walk it out. All right, second side. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend deep, lift your arms up. And then breathe here. Pull that rib cage in. Shift your weight back. Feel those legs and glutes start to work. Inhale. Exhale, chair plane. Reach back. Sink a little lower. Pull your belly in. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Float your right leg parallel to the floor. Breathe here. Now root down to all four corners of your left foot. Feel that foot cemented into the ground. Lift up out of your left hip. Pull your belly in. Inhale. Exhale, figure four pose. I'm going to spin around so you have a better view. Cross your right leg over your left. Pull your toes towards your right knee. Lift your arms up by your ears or bring them to heart center. As you feel like you can, start to hinge forward. We get that outer hip to start to open. If you're up here, totally fine. Lose my balance. Inhale, unwind, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. With control, tap your right leg back. Bend into your left knee, pull your belly in, press your right heel to the back of your mat. Good. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Bend into your left knee. Now use the outer left glute to pull that knee wide. Maybe widen your stance if you need to. Press into the outer edge of your right foot so you lift the arch of your right foot. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Inhale. Exhale, extend the side angle. Left hand down, right hand up. Use your left obliques to lift away from your front thigh Important to get that core muscle working. Reach your right arm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Continue to bend in that left knee. Float your left hand up high. Sink a little deeper. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Spiral down. Pivot your right toes so you can feel that right hip start to open up. And again, use your blocks if you need to. That can give you a little bit of height. Pull your belly in and then press down into your right hand. Inhale, simple twist. Lift your left hand up high to the sky. Continue to press your right knee straight. Inhale. On your exhale, lower down. And then use the strength of your belly. Step your left foot behind you. Option to keep it elevated. Lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, let those knees bend. Good, take a breath in. Take a breath out. All right, we're gonna flow. This is what we call our sun B. One breath to one movement. Exactly what we just went through. If you get lost or confused, we're always ending in downward facing dog. Acknowledge your body. See how it moves a little deeper with each breath. Good, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink back, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, chair plane, reach back. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, float your left leg. Exhale, figure four pose, maybe sink a little deeper. Inhale, unwind, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Tap your left foot back with care. Inhale, warrior two, open up, maybe widen your stance. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, maybe grab those blocks if you need them. Press down into your left hand. Inhale, simple twist, reach up. Exhale, lower back down. Use the strength of your belly, slide your right foot back, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Press up on those toes. Breath out, press your tailbone towards the ceiling. Second side, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Can you bend deeper? Exhale, chair plane, reach back. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure four pose, sink down. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg's lifted. Exhale, warrior two, open up, take up space. Again, use that outer left hip to drive that knee open. Exhale, take a breath in, inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Drop your left hand down, reach your right hand up. Inhale, reverse warrior, big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, spiral down. Inhale, simple twist. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, slide that left foot back, pull your belly in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Now that we have this, we're going to do it one more time. If you want to skip your chaturangas, go for it. If you want to take a child's pose at any time, go for it. Focus on your body, what your body needs. See if you can go a little deeper with each posture. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Drop a little lower. Exhale, chair plane. Reach back, pull your belly in. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, lift tall. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Find this nice extended position. Inhale, warrior two. Open up. Exhale, extended side angle. Right hand comes down, left hand up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Big breath in. Open up your whole right side. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, high plank pose. Pull your belly in as you kick your right leg up. Try to elevate if you can. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit down, reach up. Exhale, chair plane, reach back. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, float your right leg up. Exhale, figure four pose. Can you sink deeper? Inhale, unwind. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Exhale, or inhale, warrior two rather. Open up, inhale. Exhale, extend side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, bring your left hand up overhead. And then lower down on your exhale, low lunge. Inhale, simple twist, float your left hand up. Exhale, low lunge. And then slide your left foot down, back behind you. Pull your belly in. Maybe you have to bring it down, that's okay. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then take a breath in and take a breath out. Not quite done yet. Inhale, float your right leg up. Exhale, back to that high plank position. This time, drive your right knee forward. Pull your belly in, open up your chest. Good, feel that core engage. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Sweep your right leg up high. Exhale, high plank, drive your knee forward. And then plant your right foot in between your hands. Low lunge. You might have to drop down to that back knee to get there. You might have to grab your blocks. But after a breath, you can now drop your back knee. We're going to come into a nice hip flexor stretch. So pull your right hip back. Tuck your hips underneath you. So feel your pelvis squared forward. And then engage your left glute. That left glute is really important for us to work. Tip your pelvis so it's in neutral. Left hand comes up. Maybe take a side stretch over. And as you feel a good stretch here, stay where you are. Maybe you push the hip forward a little more. And then bring your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Shift forward, bring the hands to the inside of your right leg for what we call runner's lunge or lizard. You can stay up tall on your palms, which most runners will need to. Obviously come onto a block with your elbows, or if you can get all the way down, go for it. Let your head hang heavy. Option to stay here. Option to walk yourself back to your palms. Bend up your back knee. And you might want to grab a strap. I should have warned you about that. But lift your right arm up. Grab a hold of your left foot. You might need to lasso it if you need a strap or a pillowcase works. Draw your left heel towards your bottom. Roll your right shoulder back. Press your left hip down. Good. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, release the leg. Toe heel your front foot in the center of your mat. Curl your back toe under, maybe step it in. From here, press down into your legs. Inhale, crescent lunge. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Raise your arms up by your ears. Breathe here. Now allow that back knee to soften so you can tip your pelvis in this neutral position. Pull your belly in, shoulders back. Yeah, so feel that front thigh open. Sink a little bit into your right thigh. Good, inhale. On your exhale, airplane pose. So launch onto your right foot. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Dial your left hip down. Second balance posture or series. Feel that right foot rooted into the ground. If I'm talking, I'm losing my balance. Keep that keep your left toes pointed to the back of your mat. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, crescent lunge. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Hinge forward. Use the strength of your belly to lift your right leg up. Step back, downward dog. Inhale, three-legged dog on the opposite side. Exhale, high plank. Drawing your knee towards your chest. So second side here. Pull your belly in. Press through your right toes. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, high plank. Lift your belly. And then step your left foot through. Good job. Again, use blocks if you need it. And then when you feel ready, drop your back knee. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Notice if one hip's up, pull it down. Draw your right arm up by your ear. Pull up and in through again your belly and press your right hip forward. Take a side stretch. Feel your right glute turn on. Good, inhale. On your exhale, come on up. Toe heel your left foot wide. Hinge forward. Hands come down to the mat. And maybe let your head hang heavy. Maybe come onto a block. And if you can't see me here, just turn around. You can bring your elbows to a block. Or elbows all the way down to the ground. Whichever works for you, try to relax into it. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Stay here or walk up to your hands. Bend up your right knee. Sweep your left hand around. Grab the outer side edge of your right foot. Pull the heel in. Pull the left shoulder back. Again, you might need a strap or a pillowcase to lasso your foot. Let's take another breath in. And then on your exhale, release. Bring that left foot into the center of your mat. Curl your back toes under. Inhale, crescent lunge. Maybe step your right foot forward. Shoulders over your hips. Arms up by your ears. Breathe here. Pull your low belly in. Press strong into your left heel. Inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Launch onto your left foot. Dial down your right hip. Shoulders pull back. Feel strong on this left leg. Continue to press your right heel back. Good, inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge with care. Tap down, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, step back. And then use the strength of your belly. Come into your final downward facing dog. Press your heels down to the ground. Sorry, second to last downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg up high. Exhale, half pigeon. Draw your right knee to your right wrist. Send your left leg long. All right, so take a moment here and kind of shimmy that left leg back. And you can stay up tall or lower down. Now, many of you, this is a very challenging posture. So you can use a block and kind of stick it underneath your right glute. Or a great option, spin right onto your back, pull your left leg in. Wherever you are, try to breathe into that space. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then walk your hands up. Lift up through your chest. Pick up your back knee. And then inhale, step your right foot back. On your exhale, soften your knees. Press your tailbone up high to the sky. Make this your final down dog. Maybe heels reach a little further to the floor. Notice how this feels different than your first one. And then inhale, float your left leg up high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Left knee goes to left wrist. Right leg shimmies back. Option to stay here. Option to lower down. Option to go onto your back. So wherever you are, take a breath in. Take a breath out. And take one more breath in. On your exhale, you can walk yourself up. Swing your right leg out from behind you. If you're on your back, just stay on your back. And slowly lower all the way down. One last posture. Draw your heels into your bottom. As close as you can. Maybe so much that you brush your heels with your fingertips. Pull your belly in. Press down into your heels. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips up away from the mat. Notice that the knees bow out. Draw them slightly in so they're in line like two train tracks. And then fire up your glutes to lift your hips up. Draw your shoulders back and down. Lift your chin away from your chest. Notice that rib cage is popping up. Pull it down and in. Now, option to stay here or option to float your left leg. Fire up your right glute. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Left leg down. Now, don't move your pelvis. Engage your left glute. Right leg kicks forward. Notice how your pelvis drops one side to another. Try not to let that move. You're here for 3, 2, 1, and then slowly lower down. Bring the soles of your feet together. This is called Supta Baddha Konasana. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a few breaths. Slow down again. Acknowledge how maybe one side felt compared to the other side. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Draw your knees in towards one another. Give them a little bit of a hug. And then just let your knees gently flop over to the left. Reach your right arm out for just a simple twist. Easy twist, I should say. Feel your torso open up. So it's really important to keep this mobility in your upper back as well as your lower extremities for runners. That's how we breathe. And then gently lift up through center. Knees now flop the other way. Reach your left arm out to the side. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Inhale, come back up through center. Now give those knees a big hug. Inhale. Exhale, send your feet to the front of your mat. Let your arms come down by your side. And close your eyes. We're in our final posture here, our Shavasana. Find a moment of stillness. Acknowledge where your body is at. Let it feel heavy. Feel the muscles in your feet. Let them relax. Let your hips roll, whichever position it wants to roll. Feel the muscles of your face even release. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Now, if you have time, feel free to stay here as long as you want. But if you need to move on with your day, start to wiggle your toes and fingertips. And then gently roll to your side. And then slowly meet me in sitting. Keep your eyes closed. And bring your hands to heart center. And we'll seal this practice with a breath together. A deep breath in. Big exhale out. Draw your thumbs to your third eye. The seat of intuition, the love, light, teacher, and myself. Respects and honors the light in all of you. I bow, we bow, and we say namaste. Namaste. My name is Lindsay. I hope you had a good practice. I hope you got to learn a little bit more about your body. Felt your feet work, your hips work, your core work, and you got those hips moving. All right, have a great day. Thank you. Namaste.